All right.
You know that every single day, we all procrastinate, like a little bit here, a little bit there, just like, oh, like, do I really want to go out and hang out with this friend? Oh, just later. Oh, do I really want to study right now? Later. So I'm going to tell you this quote right now. It's a never do today what you can pull off next week. And I disagree with this quote. It is a horrible example to put on all of us. And why I'm going to be saying that is for school, and family, and yourself. First, school. Like, you can't really just pull it off next week. Like, if you have a test or like a project next week, it's just, you can't study. You can't just cram everything in one day. You have to study or do that project for that whole entire week. Just try the most hardest that you can so you can get an A in that class. Because if you just procrastinate and say, oh, I could do it next week, I'll just wait, I'll study later. No, that you're just going to get like a C or lower. You're not going to get a good grade. And now I'm going to be talking about like family. Because you know how you have like the one family member that just always argues and just always mad and you just don't want to say anything and just let it be. Just do something like next week, just be lazy, don't do anything. That's wrong. Like, you have to tell it. You have to do it now. Do something for your family. So you can make it better on that day. Not wait until next week to make things better. If you know that there's something wrong with the family or your friends that you're hanging out with, don't just wait till next week. Do something about it now. Or else, if you just wait till next week, you might actually miss the opportunity to do it on that day when you were supposed to. And now, I'm going to be talking about yourself. The reason why I say yourself is because don't lie to yourself. Don't say that you'll do it next week. You're just lying to yourself. Because if you could do it today, then you might as well just do it now, right? Like today. Because wouldn't you feel better to just get it off yourself, just be happy with yourself to accomplish something that you did today, not just be lazy and just wait till next week? You're lying to yourself. If you could do it, then do it. Don't be the one person just sitting down on the couch and just waiting, just do it next week. Just make the excuse, do it next week. Don't make that excuse. That's a terrible excuse. So I tell you all this because I don't want you guys to lie to yourself. I want you guys to be happy with yourself. Don't wait until later to study. Don't wait until later to say something to your friends or family. Don't wait till next week. So that we could all make ourselves better and not lie to ourselves and make sure that we're all happy from what we say and what we do. Don't wait till next week.
All right, well, the attention device is okay. I'm not exactly sure how it applies to the point that you're making, but you do tell us what your topic is, and it sounds like you've got a pretty clear point of view on that. There's a little bit of a preview, so the structural stuff sounds like it's going to be okay. I think the examples sometimes remain a little abstract, but they are familiar concepts so that most people will be able to fill in some gaps here and there. I think more particulars on your part would make it more interesting. The thing that does help you a lot, though, is that your voice projects pretty well and there's good variety in your voice when you're speaking. So you seem engaged and energetic while you're talking to us. Sometimes there's a little bit of mechanical emphasis on some of the vocal cues, and also I thought on the gestures. Although I thought that you used lots of good indicators, there was one section where they did look like it was kind of repeating the same thing over and over again, and that felt a little, like I said, a little awkward. But you relaxed more the longer you went on. I thought that was something that was noticeable too, because your body is, you're kind of jacked up when you're first starting. You know, you get your energy coming out and you're almost bouncing on your toes. And the longer that you spoke, the more settled in, the more confident you seemed to be, and the better you were doing. Maybe you were running out of information and ideas at the end, but at least you didn't look like you were desperate, you know, and over the top. Now, it's probably me. You look up the whole time you're speaking, but I had constantly got the feeling that you're looking over me, like you're not really looking at us. It's like you're checking out the walls slightly above everybody's head. And so even though you're looking up, you're not engaging. And I don't think you have to stare at people, but I do think you have to talk to people, not at them, but to them. And so there is a difference there. And I think you'll notice that when you watch the video. All right, thank you.